Hello.
Hello, you've been getting messages through on Facebook.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, I thought I could hear them.
Yeah, we're doing this again because it's been a bit tiring this week,
It fucking has.
and I think we could both use
This
some
week, last week,
relaxing stuff. And I know you don't really like Call of the World.
I couldn't care two shits for it.
That's something. Here we are in Bonnie, Scotland. Give us your best Scottish accent, Jordan.
No.
There's a couple of animals just walk solidly in front of our line of sight. Hosh posh bagosh. Ook I, etc. You ever been to
No.
Scotland?
No, I haven't.
Would you like to?
Uh, Potentially, maybe for a nice weekend away to Edinburgh or something.
I'm getting a bit trigger happy here, and I need
I,
to.
I feel like a weekend away to Edinburgh is not enough time, though, really.
Well, Mum
Just,
did
just to
offer to
get there.
buy me a weekend away somewhere if I wanted it, but it's not. The thing is, it's not enough time because I spend so much time focusing on getting there and getting back that go on, John Nettles, find Daddy some blood or not. Um, that I just spent the entire weekend just thinking, getting there and getting home. I need a fortnight.
Don't need a fortnight.
I do. Really enjoy a place. Really relax.
Well, I could do with a week away somewhere, but I've not got as much time to book off
Uh,
now as I would like. Well, I say that I've got just shy of 3 weeks. I think I've got 12 days left to book this year, so I could book a week away somewhere. But it's very expensive it as well, and I'm still trying to save to buy a house, and
well,
you know, the ICA year restarts next week.
yeah,
This means that my the allowance for the deposit thing that the thing that you can do with the government
yeah.
that starts again.
Well,
So that'll be nice.
I don't need to think about that because I've already got a house.
Yeah, how'd you get that again?
With help from my mummy.
Hmm.
Why don't you get your mummy to help you?
Because realistically, she's more likely to me to help her than
Yeah, that's what I thought.
family of
I'm very fortunate.
you are.
Very fortunate. And but that's okay because life is a fucking chaotic mess, and you take help when you can get it. So it's not so much that I've done it on my own because I definitely haven't. But you know,
Mm.
I don't have a partner to share living expenses with.
No, no, you don't. Neither do I. At the moment,
Well, I'm sure Henry does his best to help.
yeah, he makes mess
Does he not
and then
give
doesn't clean it up.
you a bit of money every now and then
No, no, he
from
doesn't.
God knows where he's getting that from?
No, no, he doesn't.
No, the greedy
And
git.
the way things are going, there's every chance that the money I do get for him might be going away soon.
Why the fuck is
Ish.
she sending me Christmas tree stickers?
Focus on the game, Ben.
Oh, sorry.
If I have to sit through this, I'd rather at least you actually play the fucking thing.
I really love Call of the Wild.
I know you
I
do.
really do.
I
It's the
find it
perfect
tedious.
game to just sort of relax. And that's why we're doing this and not Kingdom Hearts, as I think I said. Because I was just thinking about that dragon fight, and I think we get into the part of the game that's going to be difficult, and it's like, if I do it, I'm not going to do it this tonight.
Yeah. I was looking at my game completion stuff.
Yeah.
How I keep track of all the games that I've finished. I need to finish two more this month to break even because I bought a few.
Mm,
Um, I bought 7 games this month because there was
mm.
a sale and reasons. And Yeah, I need to be sensible for the next few months.
Well, I've got a bit of a windfall this month because I did a lot of hours in my well-paying previous casual job, and I get a bit from my mummy every month. Probably not anymore now that I've told her I've got this full-time job.
Why is she sending you money?
Because she loves me, and my mortgage is a lot,
Oh,
like a crippling amount, like almost
hang
900.
on a minute. Hang on.
What?
I remember when you were getting this place,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Oh no, I'll be fine. I can manage it,"
Yeah, I can manage it.
because you got help.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucker.
Well, I think I can't remember. I think I could do it on the 4 days a week, but it would be bloody tight. And my mum loves me,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I'm sure yours likes you too.
Oh, don't even.
I'll be your mummy.
No thanks. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was pretending you were, Ben.
Oh, can I have some money for, I don't know, booze, gambling? What's she into? What's her dinner choice?
Anymore. We barely talk.
All right.
I messaged my sisters for their birthday this last week, and only one of them replied to me.
You don't really
So
have a good relationship with any of your family, do you?
no, but most of them aren't worth knowing, Ben. That's the problem. My family is a okay. Don't get me wrong. I understand that the bar is incredibly low,
Yeah.
but with the exception of my military uncle that I have nothing to do with and haven't had anything to do with for most of my life, I am the most successful person in my family to my knowledge.
Ugh.
Everyone else on both sides of the family are, for the most part, fuck ups.
God. Look at you.
Like, I'm actually a success in terms of my
Hang on.
family.
What about your sisters? I was given to believe she got a degree last time when we were playing Destroy All Humans too.
She has got a degree, yes, but like she hasn't done anything with it yet in the grand scheme of things. Academically successful, yes, but in terms of real world life living at the moment, not had the opportunity to get there.
Who do you think's more successful out of you and me on the whole?
It depends what you measure success in.
Because financially you earn more than me.
Yep,
You have more of a social life.
yep. More
Um,
romantic life.
More of a romantic life. You have a child, which I suppose you
I have a
could
child.
consider an achievement. Um, but
It depends on how you measure success, and
I
this
know
is
I'm
not
going
something that
through
I
it.
wanted. This is not something that I want to play with you.
Okay. Can I at least name some things that I think I am successful in? Because I sort of went through some of yours and then you stopped it, which
I would have
I,
stopped it a lot earlier.
I understand, which I don't think is very fair.
Well, you fucked up in your order then, didn't you? Go
uh,
ahead, get it done. But this is not a game I want to play.
well, then I won't do it. Out of respect for you, I won't. I won't do it.
I appreciate that greatly. It's not something either of us are going to be happy about at the end of, is
Uh,
it? So it's not worth it.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I feel like you are more successful in the things that matter to you, and I am more successful in the things that matter to me.
I don't even know which of those really matters to me.
Yeah.
So you know,
All your stuff, what you do with your lady friends, friend.
friend. Jesus, Ben, I did tell you about the
That
breakup.
matters. Sorry, I just think you're more successful with the ladies than you are sometimes.
Look,
You, you're
I could be
up to your neck in
successful
it.
if I wanted. I could be as successful as I want to be, Ben. It turns out I don't really have the capacity for it. If I okay, this is a conversation that I ought to be having with my partner, but hey, we're here now.
Yeah, we're in the woods. Best place
I
for it.
am
Up in Scotland.
I am of the opinion that I might not be as polyamorous as I thought.
Uh, uh,
In that I don't really know actually if I have a capacity to love my partner and myself as much as I need to in order to get through life at the moment.
mm,
And whether that is just a momentary thing, that's why I'm not making any rash decisions based on it. But
I feel for you, man. I really, genuinely, sincerely mean that.
it's just hard sometimes, isn't it? Relationships are hard,
Yes.
and obviously we don't. I don't want to go into too many specifics
Well,
about the
yeah, because
situation
the dog
because
might
it's
hear.
complicated.
Where is the
What is
dog?
that?
There you are. There you
Oh
are.
yeah, it's a complicated situation, and
What do you think about Jordan's love life, John Nettles?
he's happy. He's wagging his tail.
Yeah, he thinks he he's kind of a sadist,
Well,
which is
there's
good for a
definitely
hunter.
there's
Ah, a
nothing
thing,
necess-
a thing, a thing.
there's nothing
Several things.
necessarily wrong with my situation. It's just it's uncomfortable for me at the moment for reasons that aren't anyone's fault.
Yeah,
You know, but I'll get there. I'll be comfy again at some point.
yeah.
I just need to get there.
I really hope so
I fucking hope so as well. Because
because
I mean, you read that letter.
we both know.
Everything on that
Yeah,
last page was
I know,
sincere.
I know. I. It's not
Even the
often
French bit.
I feel. I need to word this carefully because you're going to complain if I don't. That I
I
feel
know that whatever you say, you'll mean it with the best of intentions.
genuinely invested and concerned and hopeful for you. Because
Mm.
9 times out of 10, you seem to sort of land on your feet.
Yeah, I
But
do for some reason.
I genuinely, Jordan, as your oldest and dearest friend, I really hope this works for you.
I hope so. It should. I just need things
You're
to calm down
welcome.
a bit, you know. I just need things to calm down,
There's a
and they
thing.
haven't done
Is that a
yet,
thing?
and they
Or is
won't
that a
for a little
bush?
while.
There's a bush.
But 15.
What's 50? Oh, 15 days.
uh, that's 15 days left on my rough countdown to when things can maybe get to normal again.
Well, good.
But today was a
Um,
good day.
yes. Keep hold of that.
Yeah. Last night helped. That
So,
letter helped.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Remarkably. I said something and it didn't fuck it up even more.
hello, my pretties.
How would you react if you turned around and one of them was holding a gun and pointing it at you?
Well, there is a very creepy house in this part, in this map, weirdly enough. Like, you go into it and there's fucking pentagrams on the walls. It's really weird. I don't like it. Scary. That's a rock. Find my goat, please. Hmm. Well, uh, that colleague, I don't know whether I mentioned it on camera. That colleague I think might be leaving. Um,
Hmm.
it's all circumstantial, but it is sort of building, so I'm feeling positive about that. And another one of my colleagues is not doing well at all, bless her. She's been off for a long while, like a more than like 2 weeks now, I think, um, with health issues. Um, but I know she's not going to lose her job, which is good. And yeah. Um, would you like a topic?
Yeah, go on then.
I watched a documentary while I was eating dinner.
Oh my god, no
A
way.
documentary series about Vogue.
Oh, okay. The song by Madonna.
No, the magazine by
They
Anna
inspired the
Winter.
song by Madonna.
I think so. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yes, it's sort of it starts in the 90s when she takes over, and I'm
What,
only part
Madonna?
way. No, Anna Wintour, whatever. The
I don't know.
woman with the bob who never takes her fucking sunglasses off.
I wouldn't know.
Um, yeah, it's talking about like supermodels and Kate Moss and quite interesting. I don't know an awful lot about fashion, but I find I can watch documentaries about things I don't really find interesting in and of themselves. Like football. I've seen a number of football documentaries. I watched a football about that Euros where Gaza did the dentist chair and whatever in the World Cup. So yeah, I yeah, we can watch documentaries about things. not fan of in and of themselves. I hate being in the fucking woods. I hate hunting in the woods. Get out of here. Back on the prairie, the plains. Whoop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, boop, 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 ba-doop, boop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, boop, boop, boop,
So
boop,
tell me more
boop.
about this documentary.
So yes, well, they're going through. She actually doesn't seem like too much of a. She might be an arsehole, but she's. They made a point of saying that when she took over as editor of the US version of Vogue, she hired. She went out of her way to hire a woman she didn't necessarily agree with a lot of the time, specifically
Mm.
because she didn't want a group of. She didn't want an echo chamber, which I think is admirable. And she talks about the fact that she felt she had a responsibility to up and coming designers, which
Mm.
again, good. Um, at the moment, we're in 1994, I think, and it's talking about grunge,
Okay.
the fashion style, and apparently she really thought it was shit, and the woman she often disagreed with thought there was something to it and wanted to report on it, and eventually she sort of came round and did it, even though she didn't really like it, and I don't think ever really did. Actually, one of the women on there, one of her like inner circle, was very much of the opinion that Vogue should be about. It should be like aspirational. It should be like the best. It should be like beautiful people in beautiful clothes. And I wonder how you might feel about that. The idea that in these sorts of magazines, that the argument for realistic people is perhaps a misguided one because the entire point is to be sort of other and aspirational, and these are people, just beautiful people wearing beautiful things.
I think it depends an awful lot on what your the actual purpose is. If you're intending to sell a product,
Mm,
then you need to make it realistic.
mm,
If you're intending to sell a lifestyle, you do whatever the fuck you want.
mm. When I sort of think I agree to an extent with the point that lady was making, but I think we're in a bit of trouble when all the representation is just gorgeous people. Because
Mm.
that's not healthy, man. Have you ever felt
No,
self-conscious looking at a big macho butch boy on a magazine?
no, no. But I don't tend to look at magazines anyway. But I don't necessarily feel self-conscious about my body in comparison to that sort of guy. I feel
Uh,
self-conscious about my body in relation to how I have previously looked.
uh, well, it's only
Like there was
last.
a must be maybe 10 years ago now. There was a particular day I went on a bike ride into a few villages in the local area, and comparing my body now to my body then is fucking horrifying.
Mm,
You know,
mm,
that's what makes me insecure about my body is knowing how far I've fallen, as it
mm.
were.
Well, you were always a little tubby.
Yeah, but there was Tubby, and then there's this. Ben, we've done this comically fat. Remember?
Yeah, yeah. Well, standards change. 200 years ago, you'd have been the most famous man in the country, wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Because
Maybe.
you'd have been taken around on road shows, you'd have made a good living, you'd have been dead at 40. Been great. You'd have loved it.
I don't necessarily know that that's true.
Yeah. Nowadays,
Okay.
it's different. It's easier to get to those sizes. So I wouldn't. I mean, I appreciate where you're coming from, and
I actually bought some running shoes,
yeah,
so I can maybe try and go for a well, maybe not necessarily a run, but at least a walk, like a proper walk.
an amble. Yeah.
But one of the lads lives in a village not far from here that I do feel is walking distance, but I would potentially want a lift home. Because I can walk a long way before I need to stop walking. I can do it. It's just finding the time to do it is the issue.
You got to be careful about chafing.
There's
That's what
solutions.
caught me, because I did it in jeans when I was walking, and
Well, like I said,
sometimes
there's solutions.
that was stupid, wasn't it? Oh, my
Yeah,
thighs look like bloody.
I don't know. You need to finish that sentence.
I don't know. They just. Oh, they were rubbed raw. Be very quiet.
So anyway, I need to try and get back into shape a bit. I've not been eating a massive amount lately either, which
Mm,
probably helps. I mean, obviously Thursday night takeout night, and we've been like this week hasn't been necessarily a healthy eating week,
mm,
but I've not been eating a massive amount. I mean, the carvery, there was a lot of veg in the carvery that I had.
mm.
I don't know. I need to get into shape. I don't want to end up like my dad and have a heart attack at 40 odd. You know.
No, I don't want that for you. I don't
But
want that for me.
of all the things he did, I'd rather that than anything else. So
True that. Mhm. You see a fox?
I do not. Actually, yes, I do, but that's because I've got the tattoo on my arm of one.
I mean, I could just like.
Missed it. Can't believe you're going to shoot a fox.
The vermin. Ugh.
Foxes are beautiful creatures.
Yeah.
I'd have a pet one if I could. I know they stink. I don't care. Children stink as well.
I'd like a pet bear.
What kind of bear?
Like a grizzly bear or something. One that was like.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody knew it was there, and I didn't have to pay for its food or anything, and everybody was fine with it, and they just sort of sat there asking for cuddles.
Honestly, you are
Well,
absurd.
would you not want a big grizzly bear to greet you when you came in from work?
No, I don't think I would.
It's unfortunate. Do 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 do. That's a flower. Where am I? Okay, I'm in Kegvakujuba. Apparently I killed something up there not too long ago. So maybe avoid that for a bit.
Maybe. Um, last week we were talking about how my hometown is attempting to enter Town of Culture.
Yes.
Well, there's another town in the local area that's doing the same.
It's not. Is it the one that's notoriously shit?
I don't know if it still is, but it was formerly the murder capital of the country.
Is it Boston?
It's Boston.
Oh God.
Yep.
But Boston is like regarded as like
They mentioned the fact that the pilgrims, uh, where the Mayflower was built there or something. I don't fucking know.
look. England is an old as fuck country, right? Any
Yeah.
town of a suitable age is going to have some sort of claim to fame of some
Yes.
sort, right?
Yes. And I would hesitate to define the USA as culture to be proud of, uh,
Well,
given
it's a historical thing, but it needs to reflect the town as it is now, as well as what it gave to culture historically.
I'm pretty sure I have more culture in the back of my fridge than there is in Boston
Yeah.
right now. Uh, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've entered for the competition as well, so we'll see what happens. Neither my town or their town will win. That's for absolute certain.
No, there's scores of
There has to
better
be.
options. There must be. This
There
map is
absolutely has to be.
genuinely rather pretty, I think.
Okay.
You know, you can find haggis in this map.
Really?
Yeah, it's like really rare every now and then. People have.
Oh, not the person that we
No.
no, not him.
Do you ever speak to him?
Nah, I don't speak to anyone from back then.
Just me. I'm always at the map edge. Yeah. Oh, we go back down here. Scotland. Ah.
Mm, mm.
Hmm. Is it the fucked up house? Yeah, it is. Let me show you the fucked up house.
Right.
It's all fucking boarded up.
Apart from this window here,
From that
which
window
looks like
there.
it needs boarding up.
You go in, it's a fucking dump. Boarded up. Shit everywhere. There's a fucking. What is that all about?
I don't know.
You go to the stairs, all the fucking paintings are smashed. All the picture frames, mirrors, whatever. You
How
go up.
peculiar.
You go in here. Blood on the fucking bed.
Chainsaw.
There's a chainsaw over there. You know, that looks fucked up, doesn't it? That's some sort of sacrificial thing.
It must be a reference to a particular, like a
Well,
movie
people have
thing.
suggested dog soldiers, but
Okay.
I don't think that's quite true. Yeah,
No, I don't.
I
Not from information we can see.
I was playing this
So anyway,
game.
yeah, no, because if it was meant to be dog soldiers, you should be able to see the back door through
Yeah,
the front as well,
I
because
was
you can see the through in the film.
I was playing this game at night. It was night in game, and I was getting tired and I wanted to save, and I just went to this place because it was the nearest house to save in, and I went in and I took one look and I thought, well, fuck that, and left and drove like halfway across the map to find a new safe place.
You've just reminded me.
What?
I was looking through the games I'd completed and what needed to complete and all that kind of shit, and I keep track of what games I've added as well to the list. And one of the games I added this year that I hadn't written down yet was Resident Evil Village.
Oh,
Do you know which one Resident Evil Village is?
is it the one with Lady Domestic?
It is. I didn't realise I owned that one, so now I've got that game and I can find out what all the hype is about, other than her big ass.
She's very tall, and people would like to be stepped on by her.
Well, that's what I gather, but I'm
Ah,
curious to find out if the effect is quite that powerful, or
mm,
whether everyone's just overreacting to you know in presumably their words, goth mommy.
yes.
You know, we shall see. I don't do horror games very often because there are too many fucking jump scares in a horror game. It's cheap. Atmosphere is much better for horror. I feel
Yeah.
it's one of the reasons why I think Alien Isolation's horror works. Is because whilst there is the odd jump scare involved in it, a lot of it is there is this monster that is hunting you, and if you are not quiet and careful, then it will find you and it will fucking hunt you. You know?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's people have made the point that a jump scare is to horror as the custard pie in the face, or the fart gag is to comedy.
Yeah, it works, but I mean, come on.
It's work. It works. It's effective, but there's it. You know, the law of diminishing returns
Yeah.
uh, kicks in pretty fast for that sort of thing, and
Mm.
it's cheap. It's easy. You know.
Yeah.
I hope I hit that.
I think you got the leg if you did.
I feel like I could have played that a bit better.
You could. You're being impatient.
I am. That's my problem with this game. I just see something, I just want to shoot. But you can't do that. You gotta wait. You gotta sneak. I might have missed it entirely.
So if you hit it, you got the
I
leg.
definitely think you're right. Oh, there we go. I did get it.
Go on, let's look at the angle.
Oh, right in the bum.
Oh, I'm
Nice.
surprised.
Mm,
Didn't quite look like that angle, did it? But
mm. I was worried I'd shot between its legs. I just went straight through. That looks like a thing over there, doesn't it?
oh.
He's gone to the big hen house in the sky. Nature, Jordan.
No, it's not nature, is it?
Yeah,
You're a
it's
man with a gun. That's not nature.
nature. Yes, it is. It
And it's a
absolutely.
video game.
It is nature. We are part
You're a
of
man with a gun
nature.
in a
We are
video
part
game.
of nature.
Guns are not part of nature.
Yes. No, well, all right. Only in the sense that they were invented by something natural. It's no different
If
than if
you
a
if
monkey
you
killed a monkey with another rock.
if you were using a knife, I'd feel a lot more okay with it.
If I okay, so you feel bad with me shooting it, but you'd be more okay with it if I fucking stabbed it to death.
But at least then has a chance to fight back,
Right.
doesn't it?
I don't know. I think it was pretty merciful the way I treated that animal.
Give it a chance.
Didn't even know it was coming.
Exactly, like I say, it didn't have a chance.
It was
Just beautiful creatures.
definitely something. What's that then, eh? What's that then, eh? Is that something over there? Was that something over there? No.
It's a thistle, then.
It just looked like something.
We got some TV news
Did we?
this week. Yeah. Something's been cancelled.
The Buffy reboot.
I feel like we talked about that already, maybe,
Alright.
because that was a thing that was known about when Firefly was being talked about.
Alright. Go on then, what's been cancelled?
They've cancelled Starfleet Academy.
Oh, yes, second season is going to be the last.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't very well received or well watched or whatever.
It's like.
So
Just, it's not difficult to make good science fiction.
no,
We've said it 100 times. Get a TV writer to oversee the whole thing and a bunch of like proper professional science fiction authors and just go with that. Like,
I cannot stress enough. Seth MacFarlane did a good job of sci-fi.
uh,
You know? The Orville is a wonderful show.
you know, and it's nothing to do with it being woke. You know, the original Star Trek was woke. It had like
Yeah,
TV's first interracial kiss, for fuck's sake. You know, it was all
yeah,
about
Sulu and Chekhov.
it was all about working together and you know, race mixing and all sorts.
So yeah, that's cancelled now apparently.
Uh,
I don't know if you've seen any of it. I doubt it.
no,
No, me neither.
no, I sort of think my Star Trek is the original series through Enterprise, and that's
Mm.
how I'll leave it until I have to watch the new movies with you.
But what's the thing? I don't know if we talked about it before, but in the TV show Spaced,
Mm.
Simon Pegg's character talks about how even the odd numbered Star Trek
Yeah,
films are the bad ones,
yeah, famously, yeah.
and, and then Simon Pegg directed an odd numbered Star Trek film. And so I'm curious as to whether he still thinks that
Well,
holds up.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not as big a fan of Wrath of Khan as a lot of people are. I prefer.
Which one is it that's got Christopher Lloyd in?
That's the. I want to say that's the third one. The Search for
Yeah.
Spock.
Well, I saw him in an episode of Malcolm in the Middle
Ugh.
today. He played for Dad's dad, or for Malcolm's grandfather, if you will.
Hmm. Was he good?
Which is quite a big name for a TV show like that.
Well, I don't really know what sort of thing. I mean, he probably does theatre. That's a safe bet with a lot of them. Probably
Yeah,
do
probably.
theatre, and I bet those Back to the Future residuals are looking pretty sweet. And
Mm.
Con
But it's worth
appearances.
noting this is from the early 2000s, so it's not like, you know,
Uh,
the but I've seen a lot of comedy actors that I've seen in other sitcoms
uh,
uh, show up, including Stanley
yeah.
and Oscar from The Office,
All right.
only as bit parts.
Mm.
They had Jerry from Park and Rec,
Mm.
and they had Scully from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
All right.
Again, all in one episode roles, but
Mm.
and there's other faces that I recognise from other comedies, but everyone's that come to mind right
Yeah.
now.
I told you Janeway was in that episode of Dallas.
Yeah.
Uh, ah, a rainy Scottish day.
You mean a Scottish day?
Yeah. We've had some nice weather recently, haven't we?
Been cold still though.
Mm.
Apparently, it snowed in some places yesterday.
Mm. Awfully windy too.
Mm.
Uh,
And I find that people aren't queuing properly either at the moment.
May not.
I don't know. It's just a British thing to talk about, isn't it? The weather and people queuing.
I I encounter a lot of people on my way to work, sort of just
Okay.
in my way, and so many times I've like I see someone coming, so I sort of step sort of out of the path to let them through because sometimes it's quite narrow and they've got pushchairs or whatever. So many times they just go past and they don't say thank you, and I just feel like it's bloody tiring. Actually, it really is. You just think, no wonder the fucking country's going to the dogs. You know.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
see it on the
I've
road.
seen parents do it with their children right there, and they don't say thank you. And it's just like, what are you teaching your children?
Wow.
And also another thing,
All right, Columbo.
um, I don't think young people have much of a view of personal space.
Probably not.
So many times I've had a younger person sort of walk past me and get far too close.
I've had colleagues do that. I don't think it's a young person thing.
I just think no, no. Well, maybe I don't know, but I've noticed it a lot with younger people, especially when I'm at the smoking shelter and I'm having a cigarette, and then someone will walk past me, a younger person, and it's just too close. I just think, why are you walking so fucking close to me? Please back up. I'm such an old man already.
Yeah, you are.
Anything interesting on the internet?
I don't know. I'm not looking.
You watching me wander about, you?
Yeah.
Oh.
even got my arms folded, so I'm not tempted
I
to
can
use the mouse
hear. I
wheel
can
to
hear your
control.
arms are folded.
Yeah, really.
Something in. I don't know. I can just see you leaning back, arms folded, looking sort of unimpressed and tired, but just sort of looking and keeping with it all the same.
How am I laid back? Am I at an angle, or am I flat back, or are my feet up? What?
You got your feet out and you sort of maybe not slouched exactly, but certainly leaning back in your chair.
I am leaned back predominantly on my right butt cheek, sort of tilted a little bit with my feet on the floor.
This is the worst sex chat line I've ever been on.
Yeah, I am in my underpants though.
Oh.
I'm
Are
wearing a
you?
t-shirt. I've got my underpants and I've got a t-shirt.
It's rather
I
cold
was
tonight,
warm.
isn't it?
No, not here. I can
Oh.
afford to pay for the heating.
Yeah. Well, so can I. I just never have it on.
Oh. I sort of have to have an element of heating on because I've got my son, haven't
A
I?
child, yeah, and he's weak.
So I might as well
Uh,
be comfortable.
Tell him to put on another layer.
It's gone to bed now. About an hour and a half ago.
Wake him up and tell him to put on another layer.
No,
Uh,
I'll turn it down before I actually get into bed. Anyway, it was a bit cold,
See,
so
my boiler's outside.
it sucks to be you.
Not really.
Well, why bring it up then?
Well, I'm making conversation.
Yeah. I don't have to go to a boiler to turn mine down. I go to a fucking
I
thermostat.
haven't seen an animal in about a while. I wonder what this is then, eh? I imagine it's a hidey hole.
Are you getting your bloody route planner out?
Well, it's not a route planner. I'm just saying a waypoint. A route planner would be if I
Oh,
went, okay, well, we're going to move up in this hill. Oh, we better go round here. What am I, some sort of fucking dog?
yeah, you are.
Shut up.
Do it properly. Use a bloody compass and get your bearings that way.
Well, we've got to go this way. Yeah. If you could
Mm.
live in any book, what book would it be? The world
Anybody.
portrayed in any book as the main character, or any fictional
Yeah.
world, let's say, story. So if you pick Lord of the Rings, you're Frodo. Why you do
Is
that to
Frodo a main
yourself, I don't know.
character?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yes.
I'm not convinced he is.
You think it's Sam?
I'm not convinced it's Sam either.
Who do you think the main character of Lord of the Rings is?
Hmm.
Because it follows Frodo really all the way through. We start with him, we end with him. He is the ring bearer. He is the most important character.
Okay, but there's these times where we aside to other members of a fellowship,
Well, so what?
so it's not necessarily
Well, all right. Maybe main character is not the right thing. Protagonist,
he's
hero.
a protagonist, yes,
No, he's a protagonist.
but
Yeah.
the hero of Lord of the Rings is Sam.
No, he's not.
No, he is though.
No, he's not.
He is
Why?
because he's the one who doesn't fall victim to the evil
Sam hasn't been
powers.
fucking carrying it for fucking ages.
No, but it's at its strongest, and he's still affected by the influence of it in the same way as Sean Bean was.
Yeah, and what does Sam do? Does he
He
destroy
carries
the ring?
on.
No, he doesn't. Gollum does.
No, he gives it back to Frodo because it's his to bear. He only took it. He didn't want to take it. He only took it because he thought Frodo was dead,
Yeah,
and
that's
someone had
noble
to
and
finish the
it's
job.
heroic. Sam is definitely a hero, but he's not the main hero.
He's absolutely the main hero.
Nah.
He absolutely is.
That's so rude to Frodo.
I'm not saying he didn't play his part.
He didn't
I'm not
play.
saying he
He
didn't do a bloody good
carried the
job.
bloody thing all the way.
Yeah, because he's an idiot and he signed up for it. The damn fool.
He didn't understand what he was signing up for. Not
Yeah, well,
really.
that wouldn't fly in a court of law. That
Gandalf let him.
It's- informed consent is the way to go. And if you don't know what you're signing up for, can you really provide consent?
Well, Gandalf was. I
You
was
answered
right.
that.
It is a hidey hole thing. Yeah. I would probably pick. Oh, I don't know. Um, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Would it not be? I don't know.
Mm. What you got planned for the weekend then?
I'm staying at my partner's tomorrow night because she needs someone over while she's recovering from meds from having her operation that she's having tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be keeping on the bedroom floor.
That's the forgotten lyric to that R. Kelly song.
Which R. Kelly song?
The butt naked one, banging on the bathroom floor.
That wasn't R. Kelly. That was Shaggy.
Oh, that okay. You know what I mean. Well, you didn't, but
No,
that's what I meant.
I do now. Now that I know what it is because you were talking bollocks.
Yeah, yeah,
It's called "It Wasn't Me" by Shaggy.
yes. Picture this. He was in his jammies, kipping on the bedroom floor.
You don't want to know what my jammies are, Ben.
It's a gimp suit.
It's naked for the most part. I'll occasionally wear pants to bed.
As a
I'm
treat.
I'm too I am too dressed for bed as we speak right now, in my underpants and t-shirt. I am not yet decided whether I'm going to leave the pants on or not.
Decisions,
Depends how
decisions.
comfortable I get.
Leave a comment. Should Jordan wear underwear to bed?
So anyway, there I was, barbecue sauce on my titties.
Yeah, I can imagine you with barbecue. Well, I dread to think, but I can imagine you putting it on your titties.
No, no, not deliberately.
Da, 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 da.
But yeah, that's that for Friday. I'm not sure what time I'm leaving Saturday, but I've got to do the shopping. Obviously, we're doing Dogma at some point on Saturday,
Uh,
and I've not watched it yet. Not again, anyway.
me neither. Well, I'll
And Sunday there's a Formula One. So
I intend to have an easier weekend because I have to make do with 2 days going forward, and I need to find a way to make that work for me with all my
yeah,
projects and shit. So I might do a little bit of script work, but I'm gonna have a lie in, do Dogma, edit, and then chill. I think I might do a bit of script work, maybe on the Sunday.
I plan on gaming on Sunday, so I can try and get another game or two knocked out before
Mm,
end of the month, so I don't lose
mm.
progress.
How long have we been going with this? I wonder.
I don't know. You're the one with the timer.
How do I do the thing? I'll enter
Yeah,
um, 52 minutes. Well, uh, that's probably a thing, isn't it?
probably.
Where is it? We'll go over here and we'll call it. Such a lovely I do actually really like this map.
Yeah, it's alright.
I like my wide open spaces. I don't like forested areas in this game. Oh, there's a tower over there. Just find it difficult to move around in them. Whoop. Looks like a campsite. You see, Netflix have been buying a load of podcasts.
I did not.
Well, they have been, and it's kind of annoying because now when I watch them on YouTube, there's a fuck ton of ads. I had this issue at work. I was trying to listen to a podcast about Timothy Treadwell. You know, that guy who was obsessed with bears who got eaten by a bear.
Yeah, sure.
And it was like an hour and 40 minutes. I swear to God, every 5 minutes there was a YouTube ad, and then every like 10, 15 minutes they did an ad reading, and it was like, how much content am I getting out of this, and how long is it taking me to get there? I just couldn't do it.
That's frustrating.
It is. Right. Wait. Well, thanks for joining us. If you did, which you probably didn't.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, this is nice, isn't it? It's nice, cozy. And oh, lovely. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.